Hey there, everybody. This is Lee talking. Right here, I am doing commentating gameplay on Sienne Crossing and Sienne or on Conquest. And I start out in the game using the FAMAS, which I just unlocked for attack, and trying to do some 360s off the bat. Just checking my sensitivity, you know. And then I end up moving on to use the M416 later in the game. But here in this commentary, I'm going to be talking about my tactics that I use on Sienne Crossing. This was kind of a funny game because the other team wasn't really very aggressive, and so I ended up playing myself playing super aggressively against them. And so normally what I do is if I spawn on the Russian side, I always go straight and I capture C first. Just go run, get the points, because it's super easy, and it's nice to have points in this game, because then you can get the MVP bonuses at the end. And then, depending on how fast the other team is moving up to get A, which they did that time, I usually go, and I like to either stay where I am right here, or I go into the windows on the left side. I usually go up to the windows when they're playing really aggressively, because there's cover and you're looking down on them, and if you have teammates down below, they get really occupied with them, so you just sort of have free reign on them. And then once you sense there's a lull, you want to make your way down to A, and you want to eventually capture A, because this is super important objective to have. I usually try to stay between Charlie and Alpha most of the games. I don't really mess around with D because I don't know it that well, and usually every time I go over there I get killed because there's just not as much cover. And my best tip for conquest maps, like small conquest maps like this, is to pick an objective and to stay with it, because you get to learn the objective really well, and you get to learn where to hide, and you get to learn where people come from, and the tricks that you start to do, you know that other people will try to do too. So it's sort of like when you're playing on for the Russians and the United States, like you know where to go and stuff. And yeah, so here we go. We've captured A and we have C under control right now. And once I have this, again, like this game was kind of weird because they weren't playing very offensive at all. So in a normal game, I would try to stay by A and catch people coming out of their spawn. But in games like these, you have to go and try to make things happen. And I saw that they had B. They were controlling B. So I went to try to go get some easy points. And I saw that there was a mortar guy over there. It's going to show up on the screen here in a few. But I saw there was a mortar guy. And I went over there to go get an easy kill and make fun of him. And yeah. So here we go. In the gameplay, I'm just I'm covering A, and I saw that they had been capturing it for a bit. And the best thing to help your team is to just play objective. And like, people get really mad when you don't play objective, and I learned that the hard way. But playing objective is actually really good because you get a ton of XP, and there's always people there. And like, what you want to do is you just want to get close to an objective, like, without camping, but you want to know an objective really well, so that you know when there's something not right, and you know that there's a person there, and you know where to hide, like, depending on what's attacking you. So you just want to hug an objective, and just play it really smart, and get kills. So right here, there's a tank outside just harassing me, and if I had been playing engineer, I would have gone out and just taken that guy out real fast. But unfortunately, I'm playing attack, which I don't have very much experience with playing. But it's a good class. I just started using it, and I really like how much more powerful the guns are. So yeah, that's really helpful. And yeah. Yeah, so here's the part coming up that I was talking about with B. So B was open, and they're not playing aggressively at all, so I pretty much could go wherever I wanted in this area, and this is highly uncharacteristic of a Sienne Crossing game, because normally you'd be through here, and you'd just be getting gunned down right and left, just support gunners with M249s and PKPs just shooting you up. and I don't remember if here I make a bad mistake. Oh no, it's not here. But yeah, just sort of I came over here and I saw that mortar guy, and I was gonna go make fun of him because I hate mortars because they stay in the back and they just drop mortars on you, and they always kill me, and it's super annoying and it takes no skill whatsoever. So here, try to go for the knife, and then I realized it doesn't work if he's in a machine. So take him out. Then I'm capturing B and getting a ton of points because I'm the first person to get here. And not having too great of a game, but not doing too bad. And then I hear this guy picking up something to do with mortars. And I'm like, oh, I see you. And I see that there's one other guy there because there's no progress being made on capturing the objective. And yeah, so I get into this little firefight. Yeah, excuse me guys, I'm a little sick, so just bear with me here. I'll blow my nose in a sec. Yeah. And then here I just outmaneuver the two guys, just like, yeah, and capture the objective and get a ton of points and bribe teammates. Yeah, so now we have all the objectives, and on every single map, unless it's a really huge map, which you hold all the objectives, you probably know this, but you want to go and you want to try to catch them as they spawn so that you can hold the objectives and get easy money kills and keep your points and just take them out. So nice double feed right there. 2 headshots, not bad. Usually only get those with sniper rifles. Yeah, so right here is kind of weird. The tree is just cock blocking me major. And then this guy gets me. Still running the leaderboards. Yeah. And another thing is spawns. Usually, like, I take a long time to decide where I want to spawn. Like, not too long because I don't want to waste, like, gameplay time. But getting a good spawn can really make the difference on how your life goes. Because if you get a bad spawn, you can either die really fast, or you can end up in a position where you spend more time than you want trying to get to a different objective. And so sometimes I do squad spawns, but most of the time those end up just putting me in a really bad position because they're generally already under fire because they're already playing the objective. So most of the time I end up picking like forward moving like towards the other team's spawn. I usually pick objectives right by there, and I try to take those so that I can get into the action really fast. But I don't know, the spawn system is kind of weird. It's nothing like Call of Duty, you know, but I think it's way better still. But it's kind of weird because you like choose to spawn at an objective, and I know in Operation Metro this is just straight ridiculous. Oh, right here was just plain stupid on my part. I thought the tank didn't want to come after me, but he did. Yeah, so on Operation Metro, you'll spawn, like you have B, and you choose to spawn at B if you're an American, and then it spawns you like freaking all the way back at C, and it's just so annoying. And yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, but it's alright. But on maps like these, it's really nice because you get to spawn like right by the objective, and you're literally like 30 seconds away from the thing, from the next objective where you're trying to go. Yeah, so right here, I think the game's wrapping up, and I knew I was getting a gameplay right here, so I was just like, meh, just go get killed so that I don't have to keep the people waiting. But then apparently it was getting close to 10 minutes, and the game was wrapping up, and I ended up just getting killed twice because I tried to go capture C, and then I wasn't used to the ACOG site, so I just kept shooting all over the place and ended up dying twice. But it wasn't that bad of a game. I think 15-4 was my final score at the end of the video. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe, and yeah, I'll have another video coming to you soon. Alright, see ya.